I don't think probable cause is in a vacuum.
Good copy. So, Steve, what can you tell us about the investigation thus far? We've heard about the car details being released as well. Is there anything that we can do to get some answers for you guys so we can get this suspect, whoever it is, in custody?
They've kind of informed us through communications that they've checked all the easiest paths. So, like, if this individual had this car registered to his name and it was just something very quick that they could just look up in the area and go right to his house. They've done all the due diligence there. They've done all that. So now they're reaching out and they're going to look to the community, see if this individual borrowed this car. It doesn't appear that it's something that they have real easy access to. So he may have ran, and they really pushed the narrative saying, hey, if we can get these guys to focus on something that's really helpful, which is this car, and find out if somebody says, hey, that car, that looks a lot like mine. So now they're reaching out and they're going to look to the community, see if this individual borrowed this car. It doesn't appear that it's something that they have real easy access to. So he may have ran, and they really pushed the narrative saying, hey, if we can get these guys to focus on something that's really helpful, which is this car, and find out if somebody says, hey, that car, that looks a lot like mine.
Steve, you have made it very clear to our audience that you are supportive of law enforcement. You support the investigation. But recently, I've been watching and talking with you, and you're getting frustrated. What does that frustration come from, sir?
They put certain people between you and the officers that are making things happen, And those people are like lawyers, and they don't want to say anything, and they don't have the guts to come up and be alpha and be like leaders and say, hey, we might say something that's wrong. We're going to take that hit. So the officers, they look me straight in their eyes. The lead detective looked me in his eyes. I have no doubt he's working as hard as he can. But somebody isn't communicating. There's nothing being released. It seems like they're trying to suppress the story. We want to put rewards out there, like, don't do that. Yeah, I get it. Your town doesn't want to have reward posters posted all over when you come and you do your rush. You're not going to get a lot of students if they see those things. But this community is not going to heal until this guy's pulled off the streets. It ain't going to happen. Think it through. It's not going to happen. He has to be off the streets. We all are working for the same thing.
When was the last time y'all heard from the police?
Thursday,
we looked at our phone records. We want to be accurate. We don't want to sell anyone out. I'll cut to the chase.
Yeah.
Their means of death don't match.
Maddie's
They don't.
and Kaylee's cause of death, it does not match based on the autopsy report.
They don't match.
Would indicate that one of them.
He doesn't have to
may
go
have
up
been
the
target.
steps. Let's stop playing games, guys. I need somebody to step up and be an alpha. Be somebody to be a leader. Don't make me do it. I don't want to do it.
Her father, Steve, desperate for answers and pleading with authorities to find the person and the weapon responsible.
This was a brutal weapon. It sounds like it was a professional type weapon that couldn't break. And they weren't stab wounds. You know, they were like large punctures.
In this segment today, we're going to unbox the Armor 100 kit and inventory's contents. Okay, we're here with all the components to the kit out on the table here. You should take them out, put them on your kitchen table or your kitchen counter. First thing is grab your documents. You have your user guide and your manual on how to use the Armor 100 along with the contents. So pick that up first and make sure we have everything in the inventory. First, we're going to have loose 3 pistons, 3 of the end caps, 4 of the retainer rings, a piston install tool, 1 of the bean bags, 1 of the cartridges, a cylinder adapter kit, 2 small cylinders, and 2 large cylinders. The last 2 items is your Armor 100. You hit the quick release, stack out the other last cartridge that's pre-assembled, and that's your complete inventory.
license.
It's your host.
You're really into that crime shit, huh? Alluding to heinous crimes we'll never know about. Please. Crime.
The deal with the Serbians has gone south.
Clean up the mess, get the dough. Are you it?
Yeesh. It's been 10 years since I got back to working with corpses.
Hey, you!
All done on my end.
The rollerblades that don't compromise performance for comfort. Order now.
Freeze!
Oh, for Christ's sake, not again!
Howdy, partner. You want to take this bad boy for us?
Brooklyn Bridge! Now! Go, go!
Violent poetry.
Searching for hot new colors? Express yourself at a value all smart shoppers are looking for.
Cleaning time.
Let's do this! Serial cleaners!
Damn.
Cops are coming! Hands up! Get down! Push it over! Hey!
Chainsaw, so he chops bodies, he can pick up limbs and throw them at police, knock them down and lock them in some place to remove them from map. You got Lati, which is our she is spraying graffiti on the ground to distract police, and also she's the most mobile character, and her maps are the most vertical maps in our game. And we got Viper as well. She's a hacker and she can hack electronics remotely.
That is an extremely 90s hacker name, by the way.
I love the graffiti being a thing to distract cops. Like, there's an active crime scene, and they're like, "Wait a minute, somebody's been doing spray paint over here."
It's very specific graffiti, so yeah.
Get her. All right, you can see her. Any questions? No. All right.
you should find that the very first one lacked probable cause and then everything else does as well. But let me answer your question there. If the magistrate judge had been told there's unknown male B in blood in the house attached to the handrail, that might have made more of a difference to her. Maybe a sheath that can be carried to the house and blood in the house that's not the same, maybe that matters. And then maybe the car being completely empty of any blood DNA connection, maybe that matters a little bit more. Maybe it,
well, I'm just not sure why it matters for a probable cause, but I think we're talking over each other, so I'll let you just go on.
okay. I don't think probable cause is in a vacuum. I think probable cause isn't one thing. I hope it's not one thing. I hope there has to be a little bit more than one thing, especially when you've got another thing that's the same as the one thing.
Well, I said I wouldn't do this, but I'm going to do it anyway because you brought up blood DNA of an unknown individual that was found, I think, on the handrail.
Yes.
Doesn't that necessarily not exclude Mr. Kohberger? What it may do is suggest there might be a potential other person in addition involved if you assume that that blood was related to the victims and not some earlier event in the house.
If what the court is saying is exactly why the magistrate needed to know that. Is there another explanation here? I've got this sheath, but there are all these other things that if I know about them matter. What's the other explanation? What's going on with this investigation? What's happening here? That's exactly the point, Your Honor. What other explanation is there? The magistrate wasn't given a chance to ask that. She wasn't given a chance to ask that when she wasn't told about unknown male B, blood on the handrail. She wasn't given a chance to ask about that when she wasn't told about unknown male D, blood on a glove right outside the residence. She wasn't given a chance to ask any of those questions. She didn't know that Brian's car and the court's question, good question, what does that mean? Could it mean there's more than one person? The answer to that is, or it could mean it's not Brian because his car's got nothing in it and there were only 13 minutes to do this.
I feel like anything the jury's going to see in that courtroom, we should all see. You shouldn't run from the truth. You shouldn't hide the truth, even if it makes somebody look guilty. So that part of the still work to be done.
I hurt myself today to see if I still feel. I focus on the pain, the only thing that's real. The needle tears a hole, the old familiar sting. Try to kill it all away, but I remember everything. What have I become? My sweetest friend, everyone I know goes away in the end, and you could have it it all. My empire of dirt, I will let you down. I will make you hurt.
You stay the hell away from me, you hear?
I wear this crown of thorns upon my liar's chair, full of broken thoughts I cannot repair. Beneath the stains of time, the feelings disappear. You are someone else. I am still right here. What have I become? My sweetest friend. Everyone I know goes away in the end. And you could have it all. My empire of dirt, I will let you down.